I want to be clear with you, ladies and gentlemen. The like button does not like itself. Yes, the like button does not like itself. And the subscribe button has been feeling a little bit lonely. I've been looking at the analytics, and the subscribe button said, "Hey, James, come over here. Psst, psst, get over here." I was like, "What's up, subscribe button?" He said, "You know these people ain't been touching on me." I said, "Well, no did it, but maybe you don't want them just rubbing on them." He said, "No, but I need somebody to touch me. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place. If you can, just tap the button and everybody gonna be happy. Can you do that for me?" Now, if you got thoughts of being diddy, stay the hell away from my buttons. All the buttons, don't diddy my buttons. Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you. Today we're going to talk about moolah, baby. And we'll start with this, but I want to give you the proper context, but let's just start with this, and then I'm going to take you back into the past, then I'm going to bring you back into the future, I'm going to bring you back into right now, so you can have a much better understanding of the foolishness we're dealing with. Doge discovers 1.9 billion HUD money misplaced by Biden administration. 1.9 billion. Watch this. 1.9 billion was misplaced by Biden administration. The Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, announced this week in detailing the startling discovery. 1.9 billion of HUD money was just recovered after being misplaced during the Biden administration due to a broken process. Doge revealed on X, posting screenshots of the receipts. These funds were earmarked for administration of financial services, but were no longer needed. At Secretary Turner at Doge worked together to fix the issue and deobligate the funds, which are now available for use by the Treasury. Let's just take a look at the documents. Can we see the actual documents, ladies and gentlemen? We got to go to X. Then we got to click this. And you can't really read it. Wow, a billion. A billion. But while we talking about money, let's just go look at Doge and see what else is going on. This is from 3 hours ago. U.S. tax dollars. You can see it. Yeah, it's on the screen on your TV. U.S. tax dollars were going to be spent on the following items, all which have been canceled. $10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcision. $9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. $2.3 million for strengthening the independent voices of Cambodia. $32 million for the Prague Civil Society Center. $40 million for Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Hub. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium of Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova and $21 million for voter turnout in India. Wow, this is just election rigging all around the world. $29 million to strengthen the political landscape of Bangladesh. $20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal. $19 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. $2 million to develop sustainable recycling models to increase socio-economic cohesion among marginalized communities in Kosovo, Roma, and Egypt. Bruh. Now you take all them numbers, you add all them numbers up. That's a whole lot of money. But just to prove a point to you, I want to go back. Let's go back because I found this. I want to go back. And I'm going to play something for you. This is old 1979 news. Now I need you to listen to what they say about the U.S. deficit in 1979, bruh. And And I just want you to hear the amount of money that they're talking about. But I got to get my headphones on first. I got to get my headphones so I can listen to it with you. Now listen.
One more tractorcade tomorrow and will be out of the capital by Sunday. The largest jump in 11 months was reported in the nation's balance of trade. The deficit in January was $3.1 billion.
$3.1 billion. And how much did it say that Joe Biden played games with? $1.9 billion. And how much is our deficit right now? Trillions. Something went drastically wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Something went drastically wrong.
Chances of a big cut in federal income taxes were dimmed. The Senate Finance Committee voted against any such across-the-board reduction. Jane Byrne upset Chicago's Democratic machine last night. Ms. Byrne, a former Daley protege, was fired by incumbent Mayor Michael Bilandic, who lost the primary by a narrow margin. And in Cleveland, voters gave Mayor Dennis Kucinich a vote of confidence by approving an increase in their city income taxes and keeping the city-owned electric power plant. Well, if you're a fisherman and have been putting off...
And now this is back in the day when we had some real news. Not propaganda, but real news. And it's amazing when you go back through the old school real news, the things that you come to find. 1.9 billion. Let's go back to Doge because we're talking about money today, right? We're talking about money. So they went in and they fixed the FAFSA application to get rid of, only put male and female and get rid of non-binary, which in my opinion is a great thing to do. Roses are red, violets are blue. Today, Doge and 10 agencies made 586 wasteful contracts bids go adieu, with a ceiling of $2.5 billion and $445 million in savings secured. So we talking about in the past 48 hours that this man, Doge, and Elon Musk saved what would have been the entire budget deficit of 1979. You understanding what I'm saying? How far the spending is going out of control in America. And then you see Democrats just having meltdowns. And they are not saying anything about this. It's not like they're saying, oh, well, we need to relax the spending. This is a terrible idea. This is from the 13th of February, 167 cancellations with savings of $115 million, including $2.3 million contract for HHS for equity assessments of existing program policies. It's insanity. Pure insanity. Doge protests. And this is what I'm trying to figure out. Who in America is protesting this? Like who cannot agree with the fact that they're wasting our money? This is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't care if you can moderate. Don't nobody want nobody wasting their money.
Nobody voted for Elon Musk. Nobody voted for Elon Musk. Nobody voted for Elon Musk. Get Musk out of the White House. Get Musk out of the White House. Nobody voted for Elon Musk.
This is insane. And it used to be that they had their NGO money so they could fund big crowds, but they don't have it. So now, what do you call these people who come out here and protest something that just benefits the whole United States of America? I mean, what, in the comments, I want you to type, what would you call these people? I mean, because if they're American citizens and their money is being wasted and their money is going to foreign nations to start wars and influence elections, I mean, they're getting screwed too. But what is wrong with them? You know what I'm saying? What is wrong with these people?
What I worry about is how much this is where I get mad at the media for presenting this like, this is Hitler. We're having it notched up to 11 for the past 8 years. And now you've got this because he was put in. It's almost like that energy has been transferred to Elon now, because now did you see the Elon protests? They're protesting Elon. They're literally standing out there with signs that say, arrest Elon Musk.
Listen, I guarantee it's organized. I guarantee it's organized by the same people that are going to lose a shitload of money based on all these discoveries at Doge. There's no way they're not. If you look at what Doge is uncovering, what they're uncovering with this USAID stuff, a lot of that stuff was organizing through NGOs protests. They organized the attempt at getting Trump impeached.
I thought you were going to say killed.
They
I was
organized
like,
the impeachment.
That's come out.
They also USAID spent $50 million on the lab that invented coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
You know what bothers me at this point in time? So, for example, all these new revelations have come out about what's going on. How come social media companies haven't updated their policies yet? Like, nobody should be getting dinged or flagged for talking about what is now common truth. But all social media platforms, like I put a video up earlier today, guys, the one that you saw yesterday evening, and I had to cut out a section because I started to talk about how there were how there were self-replicating nanoparticles called xenobots. And those xenobots were creating structures on their own, powered by AI. And bloop, you can't talk about it, which makes zero sense because the truth is out. It's insane.
Of money involved in this not working. And when you have a lot of money involved, you're going to have organized protest. When you see protests,
it's not organized protest, man. It's organized crime. And see, that's where everybody has it wrong. It's racketeering, what it is. It's organized crime. That's why these people need to be arrested. And I'm starting to get the feeling more and more every day that it's coming down the pipeline. It's coming fast. Like, if I would not be on the streets protesting nothing, I would not be depositing a check. I would be not accepting any money from my Cash App, from none of these NGOs, because at some point in time, all hell gonna break loose. But maybe people will do it anyway. That's on them. I would not do it. I just wouldn't do it. And remember the size of the old protests. Look at this. Look at this pool butt protest that they have left. Look at this.
As I turn down the audio, sorry about that. Another live event as we are taking a look out of Washington, D.C. as Democrats are protesting the Department of Government Efficiency. That's coming up next. Stay with us.
And here's the craziest thing. If you're the Democratic Party, I mean, really, what's left of the Democratic Party, you are directly associating yourself with fighting to keep funding that's constantly every day being exposed as the most frivolous waste there is. So, for example, to a person who, let's just put ourselves in the mindset of someone who's extremely liberal. I mean, like super duper liberal. In their minds, they can make the correlation between, as long as they get access to the information, they can make the correlation between this waste that we talked about earlier, for example, $1.9 billion being misplaced. They can make that correlation in their mind and say, hey, I don't like that they're wasting my money. And that's not even if they lift the manhole cover off the rabbit hole. They don't have to lift the manhole cover off to see this issue is a problem. And to me, the Democratic Party, like, proceeding down this road of attack is the most insane, imbecilic thing you can do. I mean, really think about it. How could these people have won an election outside of the NGOs and all this U.S. aid money? They couldn't have. It's just not possible. So then you got to think to yourself, we know that they do protests. We know they do all these things. We know this is now, the funding has been cut. We see the results of the funding being cut. Then you got to go back over the history and say how much of what we saw with Barack Obama was actually authentic in any way, shape, or form. I mean, the massive crowds. I mean, really think about this. How much of it was authentic at all? We know everything with Joe Biden was fake. We know for sure everything with Kamala Harris was fake. I mean, what about Hillary Clinton in the election with Hillary Clinton? I mean, when you really, really think about this, if I was consulting anybody in the Democratic Party and they say, well, James, what do you think I should do? I would say it's time for you to switch parties and come out against wasteful spending right now. And I would say, first of all, sir or ma'am, have you taken any money? Do you have an offshore bank account? If you do, you need to give all that money back right now, because they got to have that already. They got to have it. I refuse to believe they don't have that. I refuse to believe that when Elon Musk went to them computer systems, that them little big brain kids didn't track all that moolah back to where it went. There's no way. There's no way, because they know where the payments went. I mean, the unique thing about it is these are hackers. Now, what's even more interesting is we ain't heard nothing about the NSA yet, but I think we're going to get to that. But these guys are hackers, so you know they got the goods. I mean, you know they have the goods. Democratic Party is godless, pagan cult of violence, poverty, division, and racism. It has the House Democrats face backlash for promoting physical violence at Doge protests. Well, they've been promoting physical violence for a very long time. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. And it's, to me, you get to the point where when you've lost and you've been defeated, you stop. But clearly and obviously, they've stolen so much money that there's no turning back for them. So they're doing everything in their power to try and wiggle their way out of this trap. It's almost like you caught a coyote in a foothold trap, right? And that coyote is just biting at the steel cord and trying to get out of it and breaking its teeth and doing everything. And when you go to the coyote to say, hey, calm down, I'm gonna let you loose, it starts to snap at you and growl at you and everything else. And when I hear Pam Bondi saying, well, we don't want to prosecute anybody, I really feel like she's telling the truth. They don't really want to prosecute these people, because you got to understand what the nation's going to go through when you put these people in prison. But they are giving them no choice. And that's the insane thing about it. You like giving nobody any choice. Watch this. Remember this guy, Peter Strzok? Come on, open it up. So Peter Strzok just deleted everything off his IG account. Get out the way, James. You all in the way. Breaking. Former FBI agent Peter Strzok has removed all his posts on his X account. Now, just think for a moment. I mean, just common sense. What in Sam Hell make him think he deleted anything? The man who's in the White House that's doing Doge is the one who owns this platform. This is what I mean about the inability for these people to think clearly. You did better leaving all your communications up there, because all your open communications, because people don't understand there's ways to communicate directly in the open and say what you're going to say to somebody that only other person understand. Now, you get some big brain geniuses looking at what you're saying, they may be able to track it down a little bit. They'll be able to piece together enough of what's said to get the gist of what you're doing, but they may not be able to get all the pieces of the puzzle, but they'll get enough to put you in prison. And so it's like, what is wrong with you people? Like, for real, what is wrong with you? I've never seen anything like this. And it's terrifying to think that we went through 4 years of Joe Biden and these people being in office. And you have to thank God that this planet is still like intact. Like, these jackasses didn't blow up the whole planet. When you really think about it, these people crazy. They're crazy. Don't believe me? Here's Lindsey Graham sitting down with Zelensky. Now ask yourself a question. Ain't we trying to stop a war? And don't you have the president of the United States trying to stop a war and about to meet with Putin. If I'm not mistaken, they meeting in Saudi Arabia. So you, Lindsey Graham, decide you gonna go sit down with Zelensky? What? So what you telling Zelensky? And what does that say on the world stage? Well, what you got to say to Zelensky? What you gonna do for Zelensky?
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
You look good. How's it going?
Really?
How you doing?
Yes.
Hang in there. Got a lot of friends here.
Hang in there. Tell him hang in there. Are you listening to what they're saying? Listen.
Yes.
Hang in there. Got a lot of friends here.
Hang in there. You got a lot of friends here. Hang in there. Your little friend is here.
A lot of friends here.
Thank you very much for this.
What does it mean? So we got our president. Hold on. Gateway pundit. I saw it there earlier. We got our president. Where did it go? Saudi Arabia confirms it will host Trump-Putin summit. Zelensky complains he was not invited. So we have a summit where they're going to talk about ending the war. Let me see if they give us a date for this. They wouldn't. They quite logically they wouldn't give you the day and time for it. You can't give the day and time for that. That doesn't make sense for me to even look for it. It could be happening right now for all we know. But the point I'm making is this. So we have two world leaders meeting with what would he be? The Saudi prince? Yeah, they call him princes or whatever the hell he is. The crown royal, the Saudi. Don't say that. That would get you banned if you said that. What is wrong with you? Why would you even think about saying that? The Saudi prince. And they meet with Zelensky. In my opinion, Zelensky should be shut out and shunned. He shouldn't have nobody that's willing to talk to him right now. And see, if I was president, I would, in the words of Michael Jordan, I would take that personally. Yeah, I would take it personally. And I had to deal with Lindsey Graham and Thune and everybody else that's doing this foolishness. Now, unless he told Lindsey, hey, Lindsey, go over there and have a conversation with him and make sure he understands what's going on. Don't sound like it to me when they tell him, hang in there, your little friend is here. It don't sound like it to me at all. Nope, don't sound like it at all, ladies and gentlemen. And I find it absolutely amazing. We've gotten to the point to where there's so much truth that's laid out before us in everybody's face, all over the place that only a clown at this point would deny it. Massive shakeup at NIH and CDC. Over 5,000 probationary employees fired in Friday's purge. Well, you're on probation. You can get fired at any point in time. The Trump administration has launched a significant workforce reduction targeting over 200,000 probationary federal employees across multiple agencies. What does that mean? You want to know what it means? It means that when you came in under the Biden administration, your behind was putting on probation. You had to go through whatever you had to go through to stay on board. And it's the easiest people to get rid of. So we're going to have 200,000 getting dumped. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to share this with you. For my fellow brothers and sisters who are entrepreneurs, if you really want to find out where you could find you some property, go look all the areas around where these people going to be getting fired. Yeah, that's not a hard thing to find. If they got a CDC in your area and you know people going to be getting fired, them houses going to be going on fire sale. Woo, fire sale. And you need to be looking at them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure DC got a fire sale going on right now as we speak. There's areas in Virginia that got fire sales going on. Everywhere what I would call the deep state resided, you about to see it just in the maps of all the houses that's going to sell. Yeah, you gonna get a whole map of a layout of where the whole deep state lived. It's just bing, 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 light up everywhere. And I say somebody needs to buy out the deep state. Now, what I'm concerned about is somebody like BlackRock coming along and bailing them out and buying all their houses. Think about it. Well, I know Donald Trump did this to you, and we at BlackRock want to help you. And so we're coming in to make you a cash offer on your house. And then word spreads, man, you know BlackRock is buying houses. You know, he can help us out, dude. Blah, 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 blah. So they come in and give them support. That's why BlackRock, Vanguard, all of them need to be broken. They need to be like you took a twig and just snapped the crack. Yeah, you ain't gonna find people talking like this, man. You can go to every other black conservative pundit on YouTube. Ain't nobody gonna talk the real talk like the one and only James Williams Dog Waters, also known as a Stankonian, because the mind is a Stankonian mind. You understand what I'm saying? They're good at covering the news. We got some phenomenal people at covering the news, but they ain't Stankonians. Stankonians pull data points, bing, 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 and look at them, and then put them in a ball and say, let me fix this Rubik's Cube, and let me twist this. What is that? And then they pull it out, put another one in, and start twisting it again. What is that? Got to be a Stankonian. And you know what I like about it? If you watching me, that means you are one of me. You a Stankonian. You want to actually see the truth. You don't want to just see the first layer of truth. You want to see multiple layers of truth. It's a beautiful thing. Truly, truly beautiful thing. Now I'm about to go to Grandpa's website and see what Grandpa talking about. Oh yeah, this Grandpa, the information war right here. And I will not be dishonoring the Grandpa, the information war. No, everybody won't dishonor the Grandpa, the information war. Not me. No, sir. No, sir. You won't have me dishonoring the Grandpa of the information war. The Don Donna don't get disrespected. It don't make no sense to do it to him. He done did too much for you. Let's see. Doge revolution racks up spectacular wins as deep state bureaucracy and globalists are desperately trying to escalate war to derail the global awakening. It's too late for that. Oh, he covers Jim Carvell that I covered yesterday because it's logical to cover Jim. Wait, what is this? You have failed. Greek member of EU Parliament, stop it, shreds European unpopular socialist policies. I would like to hear this. Let me make sure this is on the screen for you guys. It's right there on the screen. I'm going to move myself over just so I won't be in your way. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Let me get, excuse me. Boing, boing, boing. Excuse me. All right, I'm here.
Σοβαρά, κυρίες και κύριοι, η δεξιά κατέστρεψε τη βιομηχανία. Η δεξιά έκανε είδωλο την Γκρέτα Τούνμπεργκ. Η δεξιά επέβαλε την πράσινη ενέργεια σε βάρος της βιομηχανίας που κατέστρεψε την ανταγωνιστικότητα της Ευρωπαϊκής.
All right, sweetheart. I got to make this big because people got to be able to read and you ain't speaking in English. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen, because Shorty is going off. But you need to be able to see it. Here we go. I don't know why they got to put the music with it, but let's see. Did you do right? Or did it make Greta Thunberg and or did it to put green energy at risk of industry, destroying the EU's competitiveness? Or was it the socialist governments that have been ruling the European Union for 50 years? France, Italy, Germany, Spain, and my homeland, Greece, have been devastated by groundless socialist policies. And today, you, the destroyers of Europe, have the audacity to wag your fingers at us, claiming that we conservatives are a threat to Europe. I laugh. I truly laugh. As Margaret Thatcher wisely said, the problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. So abandon these ghost stories about and implementing liberal economic policies, lower taxes, increase competitiveness, bring back plastic straws, leave, invest in the industry, and above all, face reality. You have failed. Follow what we're telling you before it's too late for everyone. We are the future and you are the past. Wow, Shorty went off. Shorty went off. Yeah. See, The Great Reset was reset by Jesus. I said it. People don't want to believe me. The Great Reset was reset by Jesus. Cajun philosopher, Louisiana IFPAB is my original account. Yeah. The reset was reset by Jesus. Now, my producer is supposed to be getting me some of these people off Twitter to hold conversations with. The problem that we run into is I spent years doing video live streams in the night in the dark, and I don't really like doing that no more. I don't. And then in the daytime, I'll be giving y'all all kind of content. So I need to consolidate my schedule to be able to do it. But I want to get some of these people from Twitter and bring them on and have them sitting there holding a conversation where we can talk about some of these things. It's not going to be live. I got a pre-recorded and I'll play it live because there is a unique way to sabotage a YouTube channel live if somebody gets on there and says the wrong things. And I need to make sure that people are not destroying me because they don't understand. You can't just say anything. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I am going to do. I need you to follow me on the X. Let me show you. Because what I can do right now, this is me, Dog Waters 808. You're going to see Christian, husband, father, and business owner. You're going to see the website that says IamDogWaters.com. Because what I am going to do is I'm finna start holding my own little talks here on X. I forgot what they call them. Whatever it is on X where everybody can have their own audio conversations. And I'm about to start holding those regularly because I can do that from a phone while I'm sitting there smoking a cigar and we can just run our miles and everybody can talk. Yeah, everybody can talk and say what they want to say. Because I'm interested in hearing from you. The bad thing about YouTube is the platform puts you at risk when you bring the public onto the platform because they don't care who says it. They just care that it's said. You know what I'm saying? That's all they care about. So I'm very interested in doing that. So going over to follow me here. I got a blue check mark. Yeah. I'm the real Dog Waters, James Williams. Follow me there. I got the check mark. You're going to see the blue check mark. There may be somebody out there pretending to be me, but they ain't got the blue check mark. And this is how you know it's me. I joined March 2022, which is when I redid and rejoined. It says New Orleans, Louisiana as my location. Yeah, that's my location. And boom. You dig? So follow your boy. Follow me now because I'm a red hot pepper boy. We're not going to get into that. Jennifer Gardner, I'm so disappointed in these people with their craziness that it's insane.
The U.S. Healthcare Corporation, the Doge Report, Healthcare Edition. So just found that the U.S. Healthcare Corporation spent 95% of their income to shareholder payouts. Not on more research, not on staffing issues.
Wait. Hold on, sweetheart. Let me say this. Let me listen to you again from the beginning.
The Doge Report, Healthcare Edition. So just found that the U.S. Healthcare Corporation spent 95% of their income to shareholder payouts. Not on more research, not on staffing issues, not on infrastructure, but shareholder payouts. That totaled about $2.6 trillion over the last 20 years.
Damn.
Fun fact, the U.S. taxpayers pay about 70% of those fees.
So we just rolling our money straight to them. I see what you're saying. And you're not a lizard. You're a regular woman. And you're not a lizard person. Go on, finish telling me now. I'm on the same. I can look in the eyes and see you ain't no lizard.
Also just breaking, if that wasn't enough to make you too fit to be tied.
Sarah, tell me what else.
2.7 trillion, again, $2.7 trillion dollars has been improperly paid out in Medicare and Medicaid to people outside of our country.
Yeah, I heard about that, Sarah. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that, Sarah. That's a huge portion of our deficit that is in our debt that has went to God knows where and funneled to whatever Cayman bank account there is. What we need to do is claw back that money from them bank accounts. Donald, what you need to do is claw back all that money. Could you imagine if he just clawed back all that money? You think these people losing their mind now? If he clawed back all that money, oh my, that would be gorgeous. It would be amazing. It would be orgasmic if he clawed back all that money.
I hope you heard me.
I heard you,
didn't
girl.
say million.
You said
I
trillion.
didn't say billion.
You said trillion.
I said 2.7 trillion.
A trillion. I got you, sweetie. You said trillion, Sarah. I'm with you. Trillion.
Dollars of taxpayer money
Taxpayer money.
been improperly paid in Medicare and Medicaid to people outside of the United States.
Now, you ain't gonna say just say the whole thing out loud, right, Sarah? We've been hearing all this conversation about, and remember, just 2 weeks ago, Trump is gonna change our Medicare and our Medicaid, and Medicare and Medicaid are going broke. Medicare and Medicaid are going broke. Medicare and Medicaid ain't going broke. They've been robbed. Yeah, they put on black ski masks, ran up in there, and held up Medicare and Medicaid. It was robbed. So to the average person listening, I'm sure you will agree. I'm trying to work on what my partner told me in the comments. That's not exactly how he said I needed to phrase it, because I needed a better way. But I'm sure you will agree that all the clamoring about Medicare, Medicaid that was going on, and with this revelation of $2.7 trillion being sent to foreign countries, I'm sure you agree that you understand that they put a ski mask on, a digital ski mask on, and robbed us. Robbed everybody. You realize that with the kind of money they've been carjacking, kidnapping, and riding out with, don't nobody need to pay no taxes on nothing? You realize this? What $2.7 trillion can do for all 300 and maybe 85 million American citizens? All right, Sarah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, darling.
Thank God for Doge.
Yeah.
For exposing this, for showing you how they are robbing us blind and like wasting our money and
No, honey, they're stealing the money. It's not wasting, my love. It's stealing.
lining their pockets.
Wasting money and lining their pockets is not wasting, my love. It's stealing. It's theft. It's embezzlement and racketeering.
More to come.
Yeah, more to come. Thank you, sweetheart. You're great. You're awesome. You're amazing. Momentum is growing to impeach activist judges who repeatedly failed to follow the law. House Republicans move to impeach activist judges. House Republicans are drafting articles of impeachment against judges who blocked Trump key policies of Trump and Elon's Doge. Representative Eli Crane of Arizona targets Judge Paul Engelmeyer for halting Doge's Treasury access, while Republican Representative Andrew Clyde of Georgia aims at Judge John McConnell Jr. for pausing federal funding freeze. Elon is advocating for a wave of judicial impeachments to stop activist judges from obstructing much-needed governmental reforms. And these are the faces of the people. Oh, my goodness. What is wrong with this one on the left? Look at his face. Look at that face. Look at that. What is that thing? I mean, really, ask yourself, what is that thing right there? What is that thing? What is that? Shoot him. This mega mind, big brain, big head behind dude right here. Chief Judge, U.S. District Court of Rhode Island. Now, I don't like this whole impeachment thing when they could just remove him. But there's a way constitutionally to remove them. Quit playing games and just remove them. I don't like all this investigations and all this other foolishness. Just remove them and get them gone. You know what I'm saying? Get them gone, and let's be done with it. I'm over all that foolishness, man. Somebody said they walked. I got to use the bathroom. Let's see what they're saying.
Allowed to do that. These employees, today, this government's going to shrink. This president was elected to reduce the size of government. He's allowed to do that. These employees want this deal. Their own unions are opposing something they want, but it's not a scam. The government is bound by this deal. He is allowed to have Musk working through the White House. They have Treasury people and other officials now part of Doge. Congress has a parallel Doge committee. The IGs are doing their own investigation along the same lines. All of that is permissible.
That was legal expert Jonathan Turley saying that President Trump is allowed to shrink the federal government. As a federal judge in Massachusetts hands Trump a victory on his federal worker buyout plan. That judge ruling that the union challenging the Trump buyout had no standing, meaning basically that none of their workers were even involved. In addition to that, the court itself had no authority. Basically, that this is just a frivolous lawsuit put up by obstructionist Democrats waging lawfare. Joining us now for reaction, former House Judiciary Chief Counsel under Clinton and attorney Julian Epstein. Julian, it's great to have you on this subject tonight. Wow, there are a lot of cases outstanding, and we're following a lot of different aspects of it here. But the constitutional crisis that the Democrats are screaming about is really the one that they are creating, which is that they're creating more lawfare. For example, that Boston judge, Judge O'Toole, really looked at this and realized without any jurisdiction, without participants actually litigating in this particular case, he would look like a fool to block President Trump's buyout.
Well, Jackie, thanks for having me. It's great to be with you. There is no constitutional crisis, and President Trump made it clear that he'll abide by whatever court decisions come down. So there is no constitutional crisis, and moreover, Trump is likely to win on all the major issues. Trump, as the chief executive of the executive branch, has the right to go in and audit and access payments, and he has his right to have his designee do that in Elon Musk. So the access to the payment systems is perfectly constitutional. He has the right to rescind or to slow down federal payments so long as they are not earmarked. He has the right to do workforce reductions within limits. Now, there may be challenges on second-order issues. I can imagine a judge saying that if Musk gets access to payment systems, he has to ensure that privacy information isn't leaked to the public. That's perfectly reasonable. I can see there being issues relating to lower-level civil service employees in terms of what protections they may have through the Merit Systems Protection Board. But these are secondary issues. For the most part, Trump has all of the authority he is going to need, and to the extent that some of these issues have not been decided and go to the Supreme Court, you're going to see happen exactly what happened in the ballot access, Trump's ballot issue in Colorado, and the immunity decisions, which are the Supreme Court has made it very, very clear that they do not regard the bureaucratic state as a fourth branch of government. They believe that it is an Article II executive branch within the Article II executive branch powers, and they will come down on the side of Trump. So the Democrats, from a legal point of view, Jackie, are walking into a legal trap where they're going to lose this issue and they're going to be embarrassed. And politically, this is a disaster for them.
It's more than just a legal trap. They've walked into a trap where if this is the battle you do not fight, you don't die on this hill, because only thing you do in this process is truly expose yourself. And you're saying, hey, we don't care about the American people. And that's all they're saying. For example, what's that girl's name? Letitia James, right? Watch this. Letitia James. Now, we know why she's doing. Letitia James. She been spazzing, right? Well, Tisha. I want the whole thing with Tisha. Come here, Tisha. Where you at, Tisha? Here we go. Tisha decides she gonna go up here, and I don't know what make Tisha think she gonna take down a sitting president of the United States of America. I don't know what made her think she was gonna do it in the first place. I don't know what makes her think even now the best thing Tisha could have did was go bye-bye. If I was Tisha, I would have got my visa and I'd have went to Mozambique or somewhere. I would have went in the desert somewhere and just chilled. You know, I wouldn't be in America. But Tisha is tripling down. Her end.
Save checks and balances! Save checks and balances! Save checks and balances!
And as attorneys general, we're not going to bow to the president or to Elon Musk. It's important that individuals understand that right now Elon Musk is untethered to any accountability at all. And the fact is that they would like for us to engage in an ideological litmus test. And that's why they've paused funds. That's why they have freezed Social Security and veterans payments. And payments to the state of New York and to states all across this nation.
This was FEMA funds that y'all didn't get. But how you going to conflate your FEMA funds with payments to veterans? I ain't heard no. And I got veterans on here. Did any of you guys not get paid? Is there something I'm missing? I got plenty of veterans. Did any of you guys not get paid? Bring me up to speed. I'm not trying to be facetious. Just bring me up to speed and tell me if this is true or not.
It is unacceptable, unconstitutional, ultra-vires. They have exceeded their authority. And so it's important that attorneys general representing our respective states stand up and enforce the rule of law, because Elon Musk, individuals at the Treasury,
let me tell you something. If I was a state attorney general, I would not be throwing in with this trick at all. You crazy. This is the same trick that tried to put the president in prison. This is the same trick that's the reason why he got the mug shot. And then he went so far as to post the mug shot as you walk into the front door of the Oval Office. You think that man playing with you? And you gonna side with her? Boy, you crazy. Boy, you done lost your mind. No, we staying out of this fight. Tisha, you on your own, Tisha. You on your own, Tisha.
President of these United States is not above the law. And we will continue, as attorney.
You ain't above the law, Tisha, and you about to find out the hard way. And this flat-faced dude right here, I don't know what's going on with your face. I don't know what's going on with your head, but I don't like your face at all, bro. Something wrong with you. I don't like his face. There's very few times you ever hear me say I don't like somebody's face. I don't like his whole face. Let me tell you something. Tisha, you need to sit down.
Attorneys General, we've been preparing for this. This is not the outcome that we wanted.
You've been preparing for what? Go to prison, Tisha?
Wanted to cooperate. But when you challenged the 14th Amendment birthright citizenship, we acted. And we got a TRO. When you challenged the NIH, individuals who are engaging in research to find
Wait, they just got fired.
a cure to cancer, to find a cure to a cardiac disease, we got a TRO. Funding, when you pause the funding of countless number of agencies, Meals on Wheels, veteran services, law enforcement grants, we got a TRO. And we're not finished yet.
Ooh, this girl gonna get it.
So we're gonna march into court each and every time to uphold the law, to uphold the Constitution, and let the president and Elon Musk and his minions know that you cannot restructure our government. This is not a unilateral form of government. Congress is a co-equal branch of government, and the separation of powers requires that you get consent of the United States Congress, and we are confident today that we will get a preliminary injunction.
Nah, that sounds like a scared black woman to me. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but see, that sounds like you put on a whole bunch of bravado. Like, I'm scared, but I'm gonna go in here and scream. I'm gonna be bold. Like, she had a whole, clearly somebody gave her an entire pep talk before she went up there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she was in a tunnel before the NFL football game. Now they be in a tunnel and be beating themselves on the helmet like, yeah, let's go. Boo, 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 boo. And she's like, I'm going out here, I'm gonna say it. Boy, Tisha. What's gonna happen to you, Tisha? I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what happened to Tisha. All right, guys, if you hadn't hit the like button, but you got to this point, you hadn't hit the subscribe button, you got to this point, then quite frankly, you out here playing with my emotions, Smokey. So I'm gonna need you to hit all the buttons, Smokey. Don't. Let me make myself bigger. Come here, James. Get bigger. Get bigger. Go get in the middle. Stop playing with my emotions, Smokey, and hit the button. Because I spent a lot of time sitting here doing this. Show me some appreciation. Show me some love. Yeah. I don't want none of that honey love, and I don't want no Diddy love. No baby oil and no honey. None of that R. Kelly. None of that P. Diddy. Just hit the button. That's all I'm asking for. No R. Kelly, no P. Diddy. It's real simple. I ain't asking you to do nothing. I ain't asking you to expose nothing. I'm just asking you to move your fingers. Move your fingers. That's all I want you to do. Just move them.